Good morning and welcome to this presentation. Today I will be presenting you with a collaborative project which will involve all who are connected with our centre and the wider community. The project that I am proposing is to create a community garden that can be used by staff, children, families and the wider community. The idea will be to promote a healthy lifestyle and an appreciation for the natural world by showing the children how to grow and then cook their own fruit and vegetables. Children will be involved in the whole process, from growing to cooking to composting. Families and others in the community would be encouraged to share their knowledge and skills through short workshops or bringing seeds for propagating and seedlings. Composting and worm farms would also be included. Why a vegetable garden? Well, through discussions with educators, children and families, I have determined that there is a real interest in creating a space for a vegetable garden and using the produce to make our own meals. Upon enrolment, many families have indicated a desire to have their children involved in nature in some way. A focus on healthy lifestyle and connecting with our environment also forms part of our philosophy that was developed in collaboration with all stakeholders of the centre. All relationships developed throughout the project will be built on the idea that people feel more empowered when power is not used over them, but rather there is power with them. This highlights our value placed in collaboration. Quality relationships through collaboration lead to better educational outcomes for children. Through this project, educators will be sharing their knowledge and building relationships. Educators and children will be encouraged to come up with a celebration of each season to be held in the garden. Giving children the opportunity to take ownership over parts of the project ensures they remain interested and feel their contribution is valued. Early in the project, children will be given the opportunity to draw a picture of how they envision the garden. These pictures can be used when sending information to families and local businesses. Throughout the project, children will have the opportunity to build relationships with others who they may not usually work with, such as other children's families and those who run the workshops. They will also have the opportunity to feel part of something bigger than themselves. Through the garden, families will be able to directly contribute to the centre and provide an avenue for sharing knowledge. As this is an ongoing project, there is ample time and opportunity for families to contribute, as we understand available time can be an issue. Their contribution can also be as simple as supplying some seeds, so not necessarily time intensive. The project provides a connection between home and the centre. Surplus fruits and vegetables could be shared with the wider community, perhaps encouraging a give and take relationship. People can give what they can to the centre and take what they need from the surplus. The celebrations that the centre holds can include the wider community who have helped to build the garden. A suggestion would be to have them with the changes of the season, further building children's knowledge of the world. One of our educational leaders will be creating a stand on which we can place excess produce and also receive donations. Allowing children to be involved in painting the stand would help to generate inclusion and excitement about the project. This will be placed out the front of the centre during business hours with a sign explaining what it is about. How will we ensure that this project is successful? I intend to adhere to a transformational leadership style throughout this project. I'll make my enthusiasm visible, allow others to take on leadership roles, communicate clearly and transparently, and value all contributions made by all stakeholders. In order to officially inform our families about this project, I have asked a leader from each room to collectively put together a document outlining our ideas for the garden and explaining how individuals may like to be involved. These documents will then be either emailed or handed out to parents. Local businesses will be asked if they would like to contribute with resources and workshops if they have knowledge to share. I will be contacting local garden stores outlining the project, including why we feel it is important for the children and the community. We will be requesting donations of products such as soil and raised planters. I will be approaching our local government regarding composters and worm farms, as they offer deals for local organisations. Sharing our ideas and being honest with our stakeholders builds trust, allowing relationships to flourish. In terms of keeping stakeholders up to date in the progress of our garden, I will dedicate a section of the monthly newsletter showing progress, highlighting contributions and how the children have been involved. This will be emailed or available in print too. When undertaking a project such as this, it is vital to ensure it is ethical. Early Childhood Australia has a number of points that are relevant for our community garden. The first consideration is that all children have the capacity to contribute to their community. This project will allow children to be involved in all aspects, as much or as little as they choose. Their ideas about what to plant, what to cook, and how to celebrate the seasons will be listened to and encouraged. Children will be helping to grow food that they will be able to consume or pass on to the wider community. By involving families, we are showing them that their contribution is valued. Another core value is that partnerships with families and communities support shared responsibility for children's learning, development, and well-being. This project allows families to be involved in the entire process, from setting up the garden to contributing plants and knowledge and being involved with cooking. Community members offer a valuable source of knowledge, and the centre can give back by sharing produce. Involving the community also shows that children can make valued contributions and are part of the community. A community garden provides a meaningful experience in which there can be both educator and child-led experiences because of it. It can be considered as promoting holistic growth of the child as it targets physical health, social interaction, and learning about their environment. Thank you for listening today, and I look forward to working with you all on this project.